Hello everyone, I'm Woodchuck and welcome to week 3 of Art Fight 2026. I had some nice comments on the last video and I just want to say thank you for your kind words. I'm super proud of my art and it has greatly improved and I'm proud of where my art skill is at today. Now let's get into the art I did this week. So before I get into it, I just want to apologize for pronouncing names wrong that I'm probably going to pronounce wrong in this video. So this character was designed by Kurong and is owned by Hawani, and his name is Lycordia. I chose this character because I thought he was pretty and he was blue. And in case you didn't know, I love the color blue, it's one of my favorite colors. So the thing about this drawing, I spent like 6 hours on the line art alone because of all the detail. There's a lot going on in his design, so it takes some time to draw. He reminded me of a butterfly because I think there's obviously butterfly details, like especially in the hair area. So I thought, hey, why not give him a butterfly resting on his finger? Most of the idea for this picture was the moon shining down on him. And not too long ago, I found this tip for lighting on YouTube, on the YouTube Shorts area. So what you do is get red, put it where you want the light to come down from, go to filters and click God Rays, and that should give you the spotlight effect, and you just adjust it to your liking, which I think is pretty cool. Kind of saves time. This drawing took like 4 days and a little over 9 hours to finish. Now on to the next drawing. So this drawing that I'm drawing has two characters in it. They're both created by the same creator, S Spinal 42. The girl is named Anlith and the creature's named George. I do think George is a really interesting creature because he's like a cat's cat of some sort. This is a revenge attack for an attack they did for me last year of a really cool 3D bust model of my OC Jing. I just thought it was super cool, and I never expected to see a 3D model of my character, and it was surprising and also just super cool. I know I probably used that word too much. Anyway, this drawing actually took me a long time to finish because I was working on it since the fifth, little bits at a time. So I wasn't working on it 100% all the time because I was working on multiple art pieces. That's what I do all the time. I do the sketch and sometimes just have it there for me to finish later and I come back to it. Also, with this one, I was a bit hesitant to finish it because there's a creature in it, which is George, and I'm not the most skilled in drawing animals. So, I didn't really I was kind of because I want to try and make it look good, but animals aren't my forte. My sister suggested that I should find an animal that looks like him for reference. My sister thought he had some similarities to an African cat that she didn't remember the name of. So after looking at some African cats, I found that the Caracal looks most similar to him. So I just used multiple pictures to reference to try and get the right angle that was for my drawing. I was just trying to make it look good. And I think I did pretty well for that. And I'm pretty proud of it. This drawing took me 9 days and 9 hours and 16 minutes. I don't know why I say you do not know. That's why I'm telling you. Okay, so I have a warning before we get into the next drawing. There is some blood, so if you don't want to see any of that, just skip to this timestamp. I meant to say stamp. My bad. And now we'll get into it. This character was created by Papa Yon, and his name is Linyu. So as I mentioned earlier, if you stuck around, this drawing is going to have some blood in it because in this character's info it said he is evil and cool. So my brain instantly went to the idea of a below shot of him and him smudging blood with his shoe in the motion of a windshield wiper is the best way I can describe it. I do try two different concepts which you might or might not see depending if the footage keeps it because the app I use, if you hit the undo button, it doesn't keep what you drew in the speed paint footage. But I do decide to go with my original idea. Also because there's blood, I have to add a filter tag for gore, and I never had to add a filter tag to any of my art ever. So this is the first time I had to do that. I have drawn blood before, but not on any of the art I posted on my social medias, from what I remember. But I have drawn blood in my art before, usually because a character is wounded or dying, but I never really drew what I consider gore, because I personally think for myself, seeing like huge wounds and stuff that's supposed to be inside is gore. That's what I consider gore. And I don't want to see any of that stuff. I don't like it. I'm not desensitized to seeing that stuff, and it's really horrifying to me. So, I don't draw stuff like that. A little blood isn't that bad for me, unless it's in real life. I can't stand blood. Like, if I go get my blood taken nowadays, I don't know if you like really look because it makes me feel queasy. But anyway, that was a little maybe, um, sidetrack there. Anyway, I'm really proud of this drawing, and I like how it turned out. This drawing took me 3 hours and 58 minutes, and I can't remember how many days it took me. Now on to the next drawing. This character was created by Nick Nikoi Bell. Naoki Bell? I'm trying, guys. And his name is Kari. I just thought he was a really cute character, and I wanted to draw him. So this drawing was a drawing I decided to draw like, wow, I said draw so many times in that sentence. Oh my gosh. Ah. I decided to draw this drawing like really late. By that, I stayed up late. This felt like a quick drawing because I spent like a whole hour in one sitting doing most of it. I did do like a sketch, just like bare bones sketch pretty much, as you can see in the beginning of the speed paint. And that's all I had when I came back, when it was really late at night, to do all the line art, coloring, shading. You know, then like when I woke up much later, because I went to sleep after that, I finished all the little details. So I spent 2 hours on this drawing. It pretty much took me one day to draw. The character was chibi, so I tried my best to convert him to full size. I felt like it could look better. I had a little bit of difficulty trying to transfer him to being full-fledged, human versus a chibi because, chibi's obviously simplified, more rounder. But I tried my best and I think it looks pretty good. And I'm super proud of the hand and the lighting. Now on to the last drawing. So I'm drawing two characters in this one by the same creator. The male is named NeoDrive01 and the female is Lona. And they're created by Failsave. So I found out that these two are married, so I really wanted to draw them together as a couple. Lona, his wife, has so much detail that I'm going to say the liquify and the duplicate pen or button are my best friends when it comes to digital art because you can just duplicate a piece and just squish it to your liking, and liquify pen makes it a lot quicker than drawing it again. Work smarter, not harder. It was way easier to draw the husband than it was the wife. The colors were more simple, in my opinion. With the wife, there was so much different shadings the creator used. I wanted to try to be accurate, so I used a lot of different shading that they did as well. So there was usually like 2 layers of shadows, semi-dark and dark. I've done this technique before, but I don't usually do it as much anymore, I guess. And the thing is, I really love how she turned out. I think she looks beautiful, like a queen. She looks great. But it feels like all my effort went into her and her husband's just there, which is not true. I did put effort into both of them. It's just the reference for him had less shading, so I was just using what they showed me. I did try to add a little bit more to make him look like he had more depth. The thing is, I was actually worried before I colored Lona that she wasn't going to look good, and I was really surprised how she turned out really well. Also, I had no idea what to do for the background. Like, I had ideas in my head, but I had like no clue what to actually do. And after shading and everything, I was so drained. So I just went really simple after I tried a few things. This drawing took me a while to finish. I was working on it for like 2 weeks, a little bit at a time, you know, like I do most of the time, not finishing a drawing in one go. I'm usually working on multiple different art pieces. Because, I don't think I'm the only one that you work on a drawing a lot and then you get tired or you need a break from the drawing, so you just draw a different picture. Yeah, it's not really a break. You just go draw more art, but it's like a break from that piece. Anyway, and this drawing took me 8 hours and 58 minutes to finish. So that's all the art I did this week. If you want to see more of my art, links to my other socials are in description. Thank you for your time, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!